Anyway, like, we have a round of this Will Ravey Know It, and Cameron yesterday in the office goes, so yeah, we're going to do Will Ravey Know It tomorrow. And Ravey's like, what? I'm like,
Cameron, first day?
Jeez.
Well,
come on, Cameron.
What the hell,
so
man?
obviously we did the football quiz recently, and
Yeah.
Ravey got those questions from Jeopardy, and
Okay,
I
but
also got
did-
my questions from Jeopardy.
Okay, but did we tell you and Menace, hey, we're going to do...
No,
yeah,
but
right, exactly.
Ravey got the questions from Jeopardy, so my thinking was I don't want her to watch Jeopardy tonight
Right.
and
Yeah.
see the questions asked
Okay,
on
it's
there.
like when I tell my daughter, we went out and we got something for Mommy for her birthday or Mother's Day or whatever. All right, now look, don't tell Mommy what we got. Mommy, we went out and we bought blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So you already told her that the
whatever-
questions would be coming from Jeopardy?
Yeah, like whatever you
The
do.
episode?
Whatever you do,
No.
Mommy, don't look in the closet on the shelf.
What the hell is that?
Yeah,
He
see?
didn't say it
And
was
learn
on Jeopardy.
James Corden.
Yes, he did.
He just said we're doing a Will I Know It.
No, he said Jeopardy quiz.
So
I did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I did say Jeopardy.
I'm like,
And now she's pretending she didn't hear him.
dumbass.
Oh, he did? Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't study it all night.
So it's a round of Will Ravey Know It.
Okay.
And so these are all questions from Jeopardy.
Yes.
All right.
Okay? And these are all questions about one of her favorite topics / people of all time, Fred McFeely Rogers.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
They had a Mr. Rogers category?
They did.
It's a Mr.
Celebrating
Rogers
Mr.
category.
Rogers.
It is the 50th anniversary.
Here
Don't
is
play the music.
the first question.
Celebrating Mr. Rogers 200.
Mr. Rogers' mom knitted many sweaters he wore on each show, and in 1984 he donated an iconic red cardigan to this institution.
Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian.
You didn't phrase it in the form of a question.
What is the
Wow.
Smithsonian?
Even
Yeah.
I would know that question.
All right. Well, look, that's the first.
Like, where else is he going to donate it?
I know, but dude, that's the first.
Goodwill?
Yeah, the dump.
That's the first question.
So easy.
That's a $200 question,
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, not a big deal. They were supposed to get harder, right?
Okay.
All right. So Ravey's got one. Here's how it went on Jeopardy.
Quinn,
What is the Smithsonian?
you are right.
Nailed it.
All right, got
Gonna
that one.
Donate it to NASA?
So 1 for 1.
Oh, jeez, Menace.
So dumb.
Why are you raging?
Because
Question
I
number.
had hard-ass football questions, and you get the easiest question of life.
All right, here we go. Question number 2.
Celebrating Mr. Rogers 400.
In 1969, Mr. Rogers testified before the Senate to fight this president's proposal to cut federal grants to PBS in half, and won.
Tricky Dick Nixon.
All right, wow, 2 in a row.
Easy, I knew that too.
Well, that wasn't a
And-
question about Mr. Rogers as much as who was president in 1969.
Right, exactly.
And that video is on YouTube, and I challenge you to watch it and not shed a tear. You can't do it.
Oh, she's breaking up already.
Ravey, think about how sincere
Why?
he was.
I know. I've
Like
watched
what?
it
Like what?
many
Like what?
times.
So what about
because
that video?
Because you know it's very stressful and it's very contentious when you go before Congress and you have a congressional hearing. But Fred's just being Fred and just simply explains why PBS is so important and why what he does is so important
Little boys and little
why
girls.
funding should not be cut. You know, talking about how they're there to help children and really explain things. Senators were crying, okay? It was incredible.
You know, I got a clip of that in my folder there, Woody, if you just search
yeah?
Rogers.
Oh, no. Ravey's going to lose
Would
it.
you be mine? Would you be mine?
Are we playing a game here or something?
This is your prize for getting 2 out of 2 so far.
Where is it?
Just search Rogers into my folder.
All right.
It says Mr. Rogers defending PBS to the U.S. Senate.
Tricky Dick.
Tricky
It's an
Dick
older
Nixon.
clip.
Yep. Shed a tear for good old Freddie.
We don't have to bop somebody over the head to make him to make drama on the screen.
Spit it out, Fred.
We deal with such things as getting a haircut or the feelings about brothers and sisters and the kind of anger that arises in simple family situations. And we speak to it constructively.
How long a program is it?
It's a half hour every day.
Of joy.
Most channels schedule it in the noontime as well as in the evening. WETA here has scheduled it in the late afternoon.
Could we get a copy?
Was he high? He sounds. Fred sounds baked.
But see, that's how he was. He was very calm. He was very rational and very sweet.
About getting a haircut.
And that's why I love him so much.
All right. Well, you're 2 for 2.
Thank you.
$600 question. Here we go.
Celebrating Mr. Rogers 600.
Mr. Rogers got to meet Coco, a gorilla with a vocabulary of more than 1,000 words in this form of communication.
Well, if it's a gorilla, it's got to be sign language.
What the hell
Quinn?
is this?
What is sign language?
Yes.
Team Menace here.
Yeah.
This
He's got
has
questions about
nothing to
Mr.
do
Rogers.
with Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, a computer.
But as a,
Yeah, right.
as a veteran of game shows myself, this is the kind of thing they do. It's all inferences and educated guesses.
Right. Meanwhile, Menace gets football.
Here's,
All right, well,
and
she's
then
gotten
she
3
gets
so far.
Mr. Rogers, the
Two more.
subject she knows everything about.
Hey, I swept that football category too, pal.
Yeah, because you know football as well.
All right.
Dude,
Question.
I hate this.
Well, you can blame Cameron. It's his crappy
Jeez.
game.
Oh, my
Cameron, you suck
Yeah.
today. What the hell,
All right.
I
man?
thought I was doing this right.
All right, question number 4.
Mr. Rogers 800.
Mr. Rogers voiced many puppets in his neighborhood, including this original one. His son stars in an animated spin-off.
Oh, your kids watched this, didn't they?
This is an actual Mr. Rogers question, yeah.
Damn. It gets real when it's about Mr. Rogers.
Kidding.
Daniel Tiger?
Daniel Tiger is correct.
Really?
Hey.
Yeah.
Did your kids watch it?
Yeah.
That's where I discovered it. His kids watched it.
Yeah, but Daniel Tiger lived in the clock in the neighborhood of
Right,
Make Believe.
Right. Right.
I didn't think you'd
And
get
then it
that
became.
one.
He's such a pussy, and he wears that like.
Doesn't he have a crown?
Tiny voice.
Oh.
watch. You gotta watch one episode. Remember that one?
Yes.
Like, nice watch, loser.
I think she was just pausing for.
Yeah. What's the tiger gonna do with a watch? You live in a clock. Like, how much more reminder of time do you need?
Right. Are
I
you
was
running late
debating.
somewhere?
I thought it might have been King Friday, and so I was.
It was the son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Tiger.
Nabila.
Who is Daniel Tiger?
Right.
Daniel Tiger.
I don't know how you would know that unless you had a 2-year-old. But
Shut up.
All right, so there's 4 questions in. She's
Going
got
for the
4
sweep.
points.
Going
This
for
would
the
be
sweep.
for the 5th and final question, the
Wow.
$1,000 question.
Mr. Rogers 1000.
He was on the show's floor crew and was even on camera at times, maybe paving his way to be Batman and Birdman.
This is a Mr. Rogers question.
This would be the $200 question.
Who else played Birdman?
Michael Keaton.
And Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Stupid.
Yeah, well.
Go home. You're done for the day.
I thought for sure you'd get 2 wrong.
You did?
Which
did.
ones do you think I would miss?
The Richard Nixon one.
who was
And
president in
Daniel
69?
Tiger.
Right.
Who played
And
Forrest
which
Gump?
one?
And
Daniel Tiger
The Daniel Tiger one? See, I
Yeah.
thought she got that one right.
What did you think I would
I
miss?
thought maybe the Richard Nixon question.
No, I've
No,
watched.
she's
I've
talked
watched
about-
that footage.
She's
and I've
talked about that
it on
video
here,
like
yeah.
a billion times on this show.
All right, well,
A straight billion.
nice work.
Yay.
Nice work, dumbass.
Thank you, Cameron.
Wow.
Thank you.
Build my self-esteem.
Thank you.
Softball.
Yeah. I never watched that show. I would have gotten 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.